I do believe in like the universe and like things of that nature.
Well, boy, do we have an opportunity for you.
Yes, because I'm wondering, would you like your tarot read?
Absolutely.
Hello again, everybody. It's me, your host, Michael, the monster under your bed. My pronouns, for those of you just joining us for the first time, if this is your first episode, are he and him. And I'm joined today by my beautiful co-host, Garrett.
Thank you.
As always.
My name is Garrett, and my pronouns are he, him, or they, them, if you prefer.
And today we are joined by a super special guest, my dear friend, Courtney.
Hey, I'm Courtney. I'm 26 years old. My pronouns are she, they, so it's whatever you prefer.
And Courtney, why are we interviewing you today, other than that you are my marvelous friend?
Dearest friend. I actually hit 10K on TikTok the other day, so we're celebrating that.
Yay, congratulations.
When you texted me that, I was like, you said that you were up all night, and I was like, oh, heck yeah, celebrating, watching the number roll over. And what did you reply with?
I was actually on live, not paying attention because I couldn't sleep, so I decided to do makeup to make myself feel better. But we had like a couple conversations with a couple people. They came in and out, and I got off live to go to bed because I was tired. And I had over 300 more followers when I got off. So I wasn't expecting to hit 10K, but
honestly, I remember when you told me that you hit 7K and how absolutely floored you were.
Yes, I was very overwhelmed.
Tell us a little bit about who you are. This is my first time meeting you, by the way. Hi.
Hello.
I had not even seen your face before today, and you're adorable, by the way. I love your aesthetic.
Thank you. Thank you.
I also love your candy corn pillow in the background. Can you tell me about that real quick?
The Squishmallows, yeah, they're very soft and fluffy, and my recent video that blew up a little bit was my pumpkin Squishmallow that I put on my head.
I remember this one.
Adorable.
Yes, I have many of them. They're just nice to hold.
They are. I actually would be lying if I didn't admit that I also have two Squishmallows. I have the turkey and the pumpkin.
Mm-hmm.
The
gosh.
giant ones. They're so cute.
I better get me some.
Yeah.
They're super cute.
I recommend it. They sell out pretty fast.
So moving on from Squishmallows and like talking a little bit more about yourself, how would you describe the aesthetic you like to present on TikTok or just the personality that you want to push into your videos?
I've been pushing what I want to be out in public on my videos. I don't dress this way outside in like public because I'm not comfortable with it yet. But I want to dress like this. So I started doing it in my videos and people really like it. So that makes me happy. It makes me feel more confident to wear this stuff outside, especially the black lipstick. I guess I'm everyone's goth girlfriend. I'm not like 100% goth because I like other colors, but I do love...
Tell us simply a little bit about who you are.
I know I look like I'm 12, but I'm 26. I'm going to turn 27 in February. So that's going to be fun. Right now I'm working at elementary school. I work with little kids.
I'm sure they love
kindergarten to 5th grade. Oh, I'm the mean para.
Really?
Yes. It doesn't look like I can yell, but I can be fun. I tell
you yell.
People mostly are. So
do you find that your sense of humor from the sense of humor that you have to have that comes from having patience with kids, do you think that blends over like into the stuff that you do for TikTok?
I think so, because you have to work with kids, you kind of have to have like their mindset and like kind of their humor.
For sure.
They think I'm weird most of the time. Like,
what would you say is your favorite thing to produce for your TikTok channel? TikTok channel for your TikTok? I sound like a boomer. I'm a boomer now. You've done this to me, Garrett. You've turned me into this. I used to be one of the cool kids. Now I've got a bow tie and lights. I'm still cool. Never mind. I'm awesome. Anyways, so, psych. So, anyways, what kind of content do you like to produce for it? And then what kind of content do you produce for it that ends up blowing up? That you could say that your fans are the ones who appreciate that more than you? That you were kind of like, this is just a nothing post. And then people are like, oh my God.
Oh my God. So, that's hard to answer because I was kind of all over the place. I wanted to be like the nerdy, artsy, like drawing channel or whatever, but I'm fine with what it is now because it makes people feel good. Like the videos that people like are me. I did a girlfriend POV type videos and people seem to like those. Like I want like people's heart to like be like, oh, I want that. I also want like to like a safe place for like people to talk about certain things. I want them to come to the channel and like not have any like negative comments coming at them for saying what they want to say. Yeah, it's a big deal if you're being mean to people on my videos, and I'm either going to say something or you're going to get blocked because I don't want that negative.
It's really nice to hear that you're not afraid to use that block button, because a lot of people feel like they're obligated to because they've built up this fan grouping, they've built up this community, and they feel like that they no longer have ownership of it, and you still understand the limitations between yourself and your fans, and I think that's a really excellent thing to keep.
I imagine your experience as a para maybe helps empower you in that way. Do you think there's a little overlap there?
I think like it bleeds into certain like each other, because I need to put down those boundaries of, hey, you're not going to do that and I'm not going to allow it. Like in the school, like you're not going to do this because it's the rules, so I'm not going to allow it the first time.
Oh, that's excellent. You said that you did these cute POV girlfriend videos, and I have seen those before. They are adorable. The sleeping one is super cute. In that aspect, what do you look for in a partner? And do you have any advice for fans who may be entering the dating scene?
Okay. It's a little harder for me because like they might have the things I'm looking for, but if I don't have romantic feelings for them, then I can't actually see me dating them. It's a weird thing. I look for someone who listens to me and is there to, care for my feelings. My feelings are a big part of me because I feel them a lot. Like, I'm sorry.
They're a big part of you, and you feel real big with them.
Yeah,
that's extra relatable.
Yes, it's a big part of me, and I'm not gonna be with someone who completely ignores that, especially when I want to have that conversation and communicate. If you can't communicate, then it's not gonna work.
Damn right.
So I think if anyone is looking for a partner, they need to put down what their needs are. And if that person cannot meet them, then just move on. I know it's hard, but you just gotta do for yourself.
You mentioned big feelings and having big emotions. And one of my favorite things, without a doubt, about your channel is that you don't hide away bad days. You don't present like everybody on Instagram does, where these are the pictures of when my day is at its best or when I've had a good paycheck and this is a cool thing I bought. And you are very, very open about even things like depressive days. Like one of my, I was surprised you posted this. You posted on there that you were having a bad day and it was raining out. So you just went to get one of the memes and you ended up laying there for like way longer than you were supposed to. If a fan came to you looking for just a little bit of support and stuff, you have a time slot right here, right now, to say what you'd like to say to them.
What helps me, I guess, if you don't really have anyone to talk to or you don't feel comfortable talking to anybody, I would write it down. But write it down. But when you're done writing it down, write down the good things. So if 10 things are bad, you need to write down 10 things that are good. It doesn't matter. It could be the smallest thing. Like you had a banana and it was delicious. That was a good thing to have. But that's what I did the other day. I wrote down 10 things that were just terrible and eating at me, and then I flipped over the book and then wrote 10 things that were good.
I agree. Like, that is something you hear a lot, and I imagine that works. People talk a lot about how gratitude is important and, you know, how the good things carry you through the bad.
How about you, Garrett? What do you like to do to help pull yourself out as best you can?
Oh, goodness. I try to get my mind off of it. I try to talk to people or disappear into something, you know, some sort of fantasy world, a video game, a story, music, you know, just something not of this world. But I don't know. Court, would you say that's something you do too?
Throw your anxious energy all into your work.
Yes, like there was days where I didn't talk to people, but I made TikToks, which helped me get out of whatever I was in, because I was just focused on making a video. I was just in my own little world. Like, I posted videos but I didn't talk to anyone those couple of days because I was trying to focus on that. It helps. The writing in the book thing is just to help people, because you're not always going to have someone to talk to. And that was my problem that I seemed to run into. Like, some days I didn't want to talk to anybody about it, or some days there wasn't anyone there.
And sometimes there's things that you want to talk about, but you don't want to talk about it with a person. Like, it's very, like, heavy things that, like, weigh heavily on even your mind, so you don't want to share that with other people.
Mm-hmm.
What I do on really bad days is I cry.
Yeah.
Seriously, I just cry. I'll whether I have to watch sad videos, and sometimes I don't catch it in time. I don't catch that I'm going into a depressive state and crying. I can't make myself cry at that point. But if I catch it early enough, I'll watch sappy videos to, like, artificially make myself cry, and then I'll just start gross, ugly crying, just letting everything I'm feeling come out for a bit, cry into my bed, and then I'm better. I'm better enough to go, okay, now that that's done, we're going to put a pin in that, and here's how, after crying, we solve this problem.
There's a lot of power in a good cry. It's kind of easy to underestimate, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a good soul-shattering cry sesh and stuff where you feel it in, like, your whole body and every muscle tightens. Like, once you're done and everything relaxes, you feel like a whole other person. It feels like stepping out of the shower. It's
Have
like,
you ever?
oh, okay, that's done.
Yeah. Have you ever, like, gone out into, like, an empty field or a big empty room and just fucking screamed for, like, your entire life's worth?
I do that when I'm driving. Sometimes I'll just have, like, an overwhelming emotion and just scream. I'm sure it looks very terrifying to other people.
Let's see, a lighter note to move on from there. Okay, here's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever expect to, one, be where you're at now with doing the type of content that you're doing? And two, did you ever think that your little channel would end up with any large double-digit thousands?
Absolutely not. I only got a TikTok at first because I was in a rough patch with my ex, and then I started making TikToks, like videos, when we broke up. So TikTok was an escape, and I guess it just
It helps.
Some of the best things come from that.
Yeah,
I agree.
This is not where I didn't expect to make videos, let alone even have over 100 followers. Like, it was.
I can think back. I know I've mentioned when you messaged me about 10K and when you messaged me about 7K. I remember when you messaged me about, like, 100K or 100K, 100 people, 100K.
Watch that.
You better message me when you hit 100K. I'll crap my pants.
I'll call you.
But that deserves a phone call. I'll
call you. Only that one.
But I remember when you messaged when you had just 100 people. You're just a very sincere person.
I was very excited about all of the milestones that happened. That was crazy. I'm very thankful.
I can't imagine. I feel like to do any type of content creation, you have to be a little bit obsessed with things like that. You know what I mean? Like, just the tiniest bit. Would you say that you have a people-pleasing personality, and then also I don't feel like it's necessarily a crunch on numbers. It's just the need to please people while also creating stuff, a creative outlet for yourself. I feel like that is something that you can relate to.
I don't know about pleasing people. I just try to make people happy. I try to go down and like answer every comment and whatnot.
I've seen your threads. That's a lot of work. It's awesome. It's a lot. And the format of TikTok and how it puts it all together makes it very hard. Yeah, I try to interact with everybody. I don't know if I'm a people pleaser because, if you're mean, I'm not going to, please you.
I would hope
but,
not.
I mean, I wouldn't count that as part of that's putting up safe boundaries and stuff. I don't think that counts.
I heard threats. Do you want to elaborate on that?
Wait, what?
Threads?
Oh, threads.
Threads.
Oh.
Threads.
Oh.
No. I swear to God, I don't think anybody, I hope nobody ever does that. That would be terrible. Speaking of threats, we're from the States. Our president threatened to ban TikTok. Were you ever worried for even an instant that was going to be a thing, that you were going to get that swiped out from under you, one of your creative outlets?
Yes and no. Because there's lots of things that have been done this year that are surprising, but I wasn't too worried about it. It would have been sad if it did taken away, but I don't think I would be worried.
No. Would you have just moved on to another project or found another platform or found a way around the ban?
Either find a way around the ban or go to Instagram. I don't use Instagram that much, but I have a little bit of a following there as well.
Do you plan on branching out from TikTok in the future? Yeah, I know you mentioned if something ever happened to TikTok, you'd focus on Instagram. But there's also things like a YouTube channel like what we're doing right now. There's Twitch. You could even go back to the basics and start a Tumblr blog. I don't know if you ever had one of those, but
I do want to start streaming video games in the future.
What games?
That's awesome.
That's something I want to do. I know I want to do Minecraft.
Yes.
I just want, I know there's a lot of streamers that yell and they're all excited and stuff, and that's nice. But my channel's going to be more of a relaxing, listen, kind of like a podcast listening, but. Something
we don't know
relaxing.
anything about that. It's closer to the we don't know anything about relaxing thing. Very boisterous people.
But a relaxing Minecraft stream, that sounds lovely, and you'd be perfect for that. I'm just imagining you building a house and just chill, chatting
you could be
up.
The Bob Ross of Minecraft.
See, the thing is, playing Minecraft with me isn't fantastic because I'm really mean at other people.
Be mean. You can be soft and mean.
You can create a quiet, relaxing environment while setting other people's houses on fire. It's fine.
No, it's not setting them on fire. It's just, if they're not great at building and they're trying to build near me, then it's not going to work.
There are standards in this neighborhood.
I have standards, yes. I will tell you your building is trash if it's trash.
That's awesome. What is your favorite, because I know you collect these cute little Minecraft figurines. I think you've posted about it on TikTok.
Yes.
What is your favorite Minecraft creature, whether it be animal, monster, mob?
I think it was the bunnies, and then the llamas, and now the bees.
I was gonna say I really love the bees. They're so cute.
Love the bees. They're so great.
We're gonna dive into one more heavy question.
Mm-hmm.
Not too long ago, you had to put up a video where you had to address an issue of your fans misgendering you as he, him for the soft boy aesthetic. As somebody who is trans and identifies with he, him, I'm purposely misgendered the other way around, where people purposely do it to try and upset me. What was that like? I can't fathom that. To like someone who more or less identifies as cis, having people try and take something like that out from under you and being like, no, I can tell you identify as this and you just don't want to come out about it yet.
I wouldn't call them fans at that point. There's a certain level of you don't know and you're generally like curious about it, and then a point where you're just being mean. It upsets me because there are trans people out there who have to deal with this every day, and I only have to deal with it sometimes. I just don't want that to be on my channel because other people are going to see it, and if I just ignore it, they're just going to think they should take it. And I don't want them to sit down and just take it when they shouldn't.
That's awesome.
Because I have it in my profile. If they just look, they can see my pronouns, but they're just doing it to be mean. And I'm not gonna deal with it. So
I'm really glad to hear that. I'm really glad to hear that you have clear-cut boundaries with like people. You understand that when people push past a certain point, they're no longer fans. They're just everyday people that are just being mean, and you can slam that barrier down and be like, no, we're done here and we're not going to continue this. And I'm so sorry that happens to you every once in a while. I see that it happens a little bit less now, at least from what I've seen.
I have a slight follow-up to that. How much do you think they listen to you when you tell them that? Like when you tell them that they're crossing a line, how many of them really listen and grow from that, do you think?
I haven't had really an issue with people arguing back to me about it. I'm not sure how much they're growing from it. But as I said, I worked at an elementary school, and it's the same with kids. I've had kids ask me if I was a girl or a boy, but they're not asking.
Got this recently.
They're not asking to be mean though. They're asking nicely. And when I say I'm a girl, and then they say, "Oh, but you're wearing boy pants, or you're wearing boy clothes," and I tell them, I'm like, "Well, I'm a girl, right?" And they're like, "Yeah," and I'm wearing these clothes. And they're like, "Yeah, so don't they make girl clothes then? If I'm wearing them?" And they're like, "Oh," and then they go play. I tell my kids, if you want to know, like if you really want to know, then you can ask politely, but don't be mean about it. So I don't mind them asking those kinds of questions because I don't really look like the typical girl with my short hair and sometimes the clothes I wear. But yeah, I encourage that. I'm like, if you want to ask questions, that's fine, but don't ever be mean to somebody if they look different.
I think that's good. I think that's a good message for not only little kids, but also adults, for sure.
Exactly.
Right. More adults need to internalize those kinds of messages.
Right.
Moving on to some of our cutier questions that we have for you. Have you ever in your life unironically said, "Sugoi"?
I have.
Sugoi desu.
I have not.
If 2020 was a genre of porn, what kind of fucked are we looking at here?
Vor.
So, what's voring us?
2020.
Everything. 2020. And it won't stop.
That's
doesn't
why
end.
2020 has two circles. It's two mouths, homie.
Oh my god.
I was prepared for a lot of answers that could have gone so many ways. And
Do you describe yourself as an e-girl?
Oh god. Oh. You know what? I think so. Yes. With the
Is
way
that
I
what
dress.
you wanted in your life, to become an e-girl?
hell yeah.
Yes and no. Like it's a guilty pleasure.
Would you ever want to digivolve to e-thought?
If I start an OnlyFans.
Nice. OnlyFans 2021. OnlyFans 2021.
Do it for the money.
If you were to start a band, what genre of music would it be? And who would you want in said band? And why is it also me and Garrett?
You're saying this like I could play an instrument?
Me
Can
either.
you sing?
Is mayonnaise an instrument? Like I want to say jazz, but I don't like jazz that much.
Is it because do you like jazz?
Do you like jazz? I kind of want to like do like the screamo. And,
So kind of like what's that Japanese band?
Yes, that one.
They do the kawaii screamo.
Yes.
Oh, baby metal.
Yes, baby metal.
Baby metal.
That would be the dream.
What are your favorite songs right now? And has being on TikTok swayed your favorite kind of music, your favorite genres, your favorite so on and so forth?
I don't think it's swayed my music taste because it's kind of all over the place. My favorite song at this moment is Mood by 24K Golden. But yeah, most of my playlist is songs that I found on TikTok.
I feel like that's what mine's becoming too, and I don't even... So yours has got to be crazy. That and Japanese music. I should probably preface, I'm not just a weeb. I'm a high-class priest weeb. I'm a Japanese major.
Oh my God.
I've lived in Japan. I am the authority of weebdom.
He's the ultimate weeb.
What would you say has been one of the craziest things that has happened since acquiring TikTok fame and or starting to interact with complete strangers even more on the internet than you usually do?
I don't know if it's strange, but people are like getting excited when I reply to them. Or like if they message me on Instagram, they're like, I didn't think you would say anything. I'm just like,
all I have is my squishmallows to talk to. What else am I gonna do?
right?
Something I hadn't thought about is, and I'm not sure if you think about it much, what is the age difference between you and the people who follow your channel?
I try to make sure the people who are following me are like at least 18. But sometimes when like 300 people follow me at the same time, it's hard to go through everyone's profile.
I can't imagine. And that sort of thing's only going to get harder and harder for you. Once you're like, because numbers go up, people come, they tell their friends. More power to you that I didn't know you did that. That was something that's totally beyond me. I wouldn't have even bothered.
I also like going to like people's pages and like if they're like old enough and they have content and whatnot and I like it, then I just follow back.
Aw, that's so nice.
I found some cool friends like that, so that was fun.
So you try to make sure that everybody's at least 18, but 18 to 26 is still a pretty decent jump. What would you say are some of the bigger differences between your fans? And then at the same time, though, like what are some of the things you guys have in common? I mean, obviously your sense of humor is probably one of them, because that's pretty well embedded into your videos.
Yeah, most of the comments I get are about my One Piece posters because you can always see them in the background. Anime is probably a big, I guess, common thing that we have together, which is nice because I really want to do more anime, but in the future.
How hyped are you for the new My Hero? Have you been keeping up with that one?
Yes. I'm all
That's
caught
awesome.
up with the anime, but
How about you, Garrett?
Oh.
You got anything? Throw you under the bus. Are you still a weeb? Are you?
I would like to confess to the judge that I have not watched an anime in maybe a year.
Oh, that's sad.
I could sense the disappointment through the screen. I'm so sorry, but like I've been watching more science fiction and shit than anything else, like Star Trek. And
That's fair.
Expanse.
Science fiction is
That's
awesome.
fair.
Do you like
Why
science
not?
fiction?
Yes.
What's your favorite sci-fi?
Really?
That's a hard question. That's a very
know,
hard
right?
question.
I don't think we've told you about this, but maybe it'll help. The last episode we did, the episode that you're trailing after, is we discuss using a list of sci-fi spaceships, which spaceship we would most like to fuck, and potentially why. Not space chick, spaceship.
I'm trying to figure out how you would.
Anything's possible.
It's really just
that
based on the
in sci-fi.
aesthetics.
I guess you have
is
lots
it a
of
sexy looking
possibilities of
ship?
how. But that just reminds me
spaceship?
of the anime with the girls turn into airplanes.
What? That's
That's what it reminds
seen
me of.
Oh my God, Garrett, we've got something to discuss after the show.
Right.
All right.
Okay, so I know that TikTok is a short form media and that a YouTube channel allows you to have a little bit longer. What are some final closing things that you'd like to say to fans? Like anything you'd like to address, anything you'd like to tell them?
First of all, I love, 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 love you guys so much. I'm really grateful that you've um, come to my page and were like, yeah, I like this. Uh, so thank you. I really hope this channel can be something you can come to when you're feeling down. I hope this is a safe place for you to come to, and you can always come to me in my Instagram DMs. They were open. So yeah, thank you. And I hope we can be friends for a very long time.
Oh my gosh. All right, Garrett, go ahead.
So I'm not trying to get too deep here, but do you have any like particular spiritual leanings? Like, do you believe in miracles or ghosts or superstitions of any kind?
I am a spiritual person. I grew up Southern Baptist. I am not anymore.
Congratulations.
My last church camp. Yeah. My last church camp I went to, I actually was like, nah, I'm good. So, but I am spiritual. I do believe in like, the universe and like things of that nature.
Well, boy, do we have an opportunity for you.
Yes, because I'm wondering, would you like your tarot read?
Absolutely.
So, I have this weeb-ass deck called the Manga Tarot.
Oh my god.
I have that same deck.
That is beautiful.
I think I got this in maybe like 2008 or something. Anyways, this is the deck I'm gonna use. It's pretty and everything looks like Sailor Moon.
Oh, I do love looking at cards. They're so pretty.
Is there anything in particular you would like to ask the tarot? Do you want to ask it anything about like your TikTok page, your following, or anything else, literally anything?
Really, anything else? That's a hard question.
I guess another way to frame it is there anything in particular you would like advice about? Insert disclaimer about how tarot advice is not reliable.
Right? But I think it is a little bit. I do watch videos on YouTube. There's this one I really like to watch when I'm feeling lost. It won't give me advice for my problem, but it will make me see it in a different light to help me fix those problems.
Yeah, tarot's great for that. So, is there anything in particular you'd like to examine in a new way?
Let's do the TikTok.
TikTok tarot, here we go.
TikTok tarot.
I don't know if this is gonna work through fucking video chat, but choose a spot to cut them at.
You could tell them to
Any
just stop.
spot.
Right there. Yes.
Right here?
Actually, yeah. Yeah, right there.
Got it. Here we go. So the past of your TikTok fame. I literally just showed you this card. What's the issue? Justice inverted.
Oh.
Which is too bad because it's a corruption or an absence of the original meaning of the card, right? So your TikTok has been founded upon an injustice. I'm thinking an injustice against you.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, it's in your past. Whatever this unjust foundation is, it's building up into something. Obviously, it has come to fruition now, but it is something that we need to keep in mind as we go forward into the present. Now, what's the present? Page of Swords inverted. Now, swords are all about like the mind, logic, rationalizations, decision making, and it's a page. So it's like the young person at the start of their journey just starting to figure things out. Maybe this is very new territory for you, and navigating it is proving to be a bit of a challenge. There's a lot to be learned about fame and how to handle it. You're still figuring a lot of things out, and it's totally fine. It's to be expected. Fun story, there's a lot of relationship between these two cards because they're very swordsy cards. I mean, just look at Justice. She's literally holding a sword. And then you got the Page of Swords, but it's very singular versus very dual. Before, it was sort of a branching path, but now you're committed to this path and you have to figure out how you're going to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
Which leads us into the future. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you death.
A new beginning! These are good things!
It is a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, death doesn't mean actual death, but a major transformation. The kind of transformation that you cannot go back on. This is going to change your life.
before we move on to the advice card and stuff, I think that's very fascinating how it's mapped her channel. In the beginning, she started her channel because of a bad breakup with her ex.
Yeah.
So there's your injustice. Then you have something that you're new to, something that you're relatively uncertain of and stuff, but you're still growing from. And then you have the finality of starting something new with death. Like, you're gonna figure it out. I just know it. I don't even need to know what the dice card is because I now see what your future is.
Well, you're gonna know
cool.
anyway,
It
because
is cool.
advice card is... Well, this is a comparatively boring card. I'm sorry. 4 of Cups inverted. They can't all be major arcana, right?
Right.
But I think this is very sensible advice. Basically, what I get from this is, beware emotional instability. Like this whole journey that you're on is going to take you for a ride, and it's going to make everything feel pretty unstable. The way I read it anyway, 4s are squares. They're stable. Like, it's like a house you can live in. Because it's cups, it has to do with your emotions and your feelings and the way you adapt to the world. And this very swordsy journey, has a lot to do with the mind, yes, but this is more about the heart. Thoughts of like, what is my life now, even? These are the sorts of feelings that are going to come for you, but you kind of just have to let it happen, The way you make good on an inverted advice card is to find a way to flip it up. How do you ground yourself and make yourself stable and okay with what's going on around you? Because your ability to conduct yourself on this journey is going to depend on what your emotional and spiritual reaction to the situation is. As long as you can keep your feet on the ground, you should do just fine.
Excellent. That's the major advice that most people get when they start doing stuff like this is remember to keep your feet on the ground.
That was pretty good.
So, ta-da, thanks for letting me do that for you.
Thank you. That was really cool.
Courtney, it's been an absolute blast to have you on here. I am Michael, the monster under your bed.
And I'm Garrett, the fairy from space.
Oh, you finally picked an ending thing.
I don't know if I've picked it.
Or maybe your bit is to change it every time. Courtney, how are you going to sign off?
This is too much pressure.
Oh, you know what you could do? You could go get your Squishmallow hat and then stand off camera and then be like, and I'm Courtney. Goodbye.
I don't know if you can hear me. Let me try it.
Okay, just let us know when you're ready.
Oh, God. I can barely breathe. Can you hear me?
If you yell, we can hear you.
Hello?
Yeah. Perfect.
Shoot.
Oh, if you lay down on your bed and pop up. All right. I'm Michael, the monster under your bed.
And I'm Garrett, the fairy from the fabric section.
And our guest is...
Oh, God. Oh, it's so hot.
That's it. That's Courtney's ending. This is where we're cutting it. Everybody remember, stay extra. You're amazing.
Stay extra. Bye.
Oh.
Bye.